This afternoon, we have with us one of the most influential and popular talents in the VTuber sphere, sporting over 700,000 subscribers, captivating hearts, and bringing laughter to fans all over the world through her streams. She is top-ranked in Apex Legends, played with many professional players, and has participated in multiple tournaments. Dragoons, give it up for Dokibird!
Hello? Hello, everyone! Oh my god, I sound like death right now. I'm sorry. My throat is not okay at the moment. It's okay. It's okay. I have like tea by my side. I had medicine. I have honey. I have cough drops. Like, I'm gonna make it. I hope. I'm gonna be okay. It's also midnight right now, but I know from what I see, it's very sunny right now in the Philippines. But hello, everybody! Hello, all the Dragoons here in the Philippines! Hello, hello! I'm sorry I sound like I'm about to die. I swear I'm okay. It's just my throat. And for those who don't actually know me, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember not to swear because I know there's children walking around because I'm outside. I'm not in an enclosed area. So like, I know there's kids out there, so I'm trying not to swear now. Parents out there who are like, oh, this is like an anime girl. Clearly she's safe for kids. I'm not safe for children. My usual content is not PG friendly. Anyway, but yes, it's me, Dokibird. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. So today, I believe it's gonna be me talking about myself, of course, because I love myself, and also there's gonna be a few questions I'm gonna be answering that I believe were screened earlier. So I'll be answering a couple of questions. I don't know if like the staff is gonna read out the questions for me or if I'm reading out the questions, but like I prefer the staff to read out the questions so I can talk less.
Don't worry, Doki.
So that's much more ideal for me.
Yes, we're ready to ask you some questions.
Hello, everybody. I guess that's my introduction. I guess first question. I guess if a staff could ask me my first question for today's panel.
Are you able to hear me, Doki? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
All right, we love that. We are really sorry to hear that your voice or your throat hurts. We hope that you feel feel better soon. But your first question is, if it's all right with you, can you tell us your experience at Otakufest? How was meeting your Filipino Dragoons?
Oh my god. Okay, so like I would say this at conventions, but it's always a great time to meet Dragoons, especially from around the world, because it's always crazy to be like, oh my god, I have fans in so many different parts of the world. Like, it's not just NA. Like, oh my god, the world exists beyond just North America, which is, you know, for someone that's in NA, it's like always blows my mind. Like, for me to have like, oh my god, I actually have fans like beyond just NA people, and like they actually like my content even though I'm weird. And it's always amazing me. I'm always really happy to know that a lot of you guys watch, especially with my messed up stream hours, because like when I stream like my times, you know, like my time zone. So like for you guys have to watch in the morning, and like I'm sorry, because it's like you wake up to a Dokibird stream. And I don't know if that's a good thing to start your day off of my stream, because like I don't know what's gonna. I mean, if anybody watched today's stream, well, technically it was my today's stream where we did like live 2D rigging of a Dragoon. I don't know if you want to start your day off of that stream, because that stream was wild. We gave like a Dragoon butt cheeks and like everything, and like holding water balloons and stuff like that. And like if you start your day off of that stream, I'm sorry. Anyway, but like I said, it's always great meeting Dragoons from around the world because, like, you know, I'm like, oh my God, you guys are real people. It's not like, you know, not like my manager bought me like a million bots, AIs, like talking in my chat, but there's actual real people behind the chat. And you're like, you guys exist. Oh my God, it's not me and one other Dragoon and 10,000 AI bots talking to me. You guys are real people. So it's been a great experience. And it's also crazy. Like, Otakufest, there's so many people at Otakufest. I'm actually going to be getting a tour of Otakufest later. Okay, I don't know if I should have said that because now I might get mobbed. I think I wasn't supposed to say that. Whoops, oops. But I'm going to be getting a tour, checking out Otakufest later to see, like, I already said it anyway, so I might as well double down on it. It's not like, be like, JK, I'm not. But it's going to be exciting to see the rest of Otakufest and, like, you know, buying my own merch because I love myself. And just seeing so many of my, like, you know, Filipino Dragoons and stuff and meeting you guys. It's always a great time. But yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yes, who are the Dragoons in the audience with Dokibird merch? There you go.
Yeah, buy my merch, guys.
And I'm sure that they're excited to have their breakfast watching Dokibird in the morning. And as we know, Cebu is known for its cuisine like lechon. What food here would you like to try?
Oh my God. Okay, so actually in one of my meet and greets, I met so many Dragoons. Apparently I met 50 Dragoons, which is crazy. Like, it passed by. When I was doing it, it didn't feel like 50, but like I met 50 Dragoons in the meet and greet in one day, which is a lot. I think that is like my record in terms of like meet and greets, how many Dragoons I can meet in one day. 50 is definitely my record right now. But like one of my Dragoons was like, you gotta check out Balut. And I was like, the heck is Balut? And then you know, the great thing about being a VTuber is that I can Google what Balut is in the middle of the meet and greet, and I was like, oh my God, okay, this was actually the first time I've ever seen what a Balut is. And like, you know, you like, it's like, what is it, like a fertilized egg. And then I was reading it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's just a little crunchy." And I was like, "A little crunchy? There's a whole ass duckling in there. What do you mean a little crunchy?" And but it's because and I read the description like, "Oh yeah, the bones aren't developed yet, so maybe it'd be a bit crunchy." I was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "Oh my God." I mean, it's interesting. I mean, to be fair, I'm also Asian, so like I've ate some weird too, so like so yeah, I've ate some weird shit, so I was like, you know what, this can't be the weirdest thing I've ever eaten, to be fair, if I ever do try Balut. Because like my mom once tricked me into eating worms, so like like there's like a cuisine, like, and there's like, yeah, my mom once tricked me. They're like, you should try this, and then there's like worms drenched in like hot soup or whatever, and I was like, what is that? And they're like, you should try it. And then I tried it, and she's like, it's worms. And I was like, and like, did you like it? And obviously I'd be like I'm like, no. But I'm interested in trying Balut, and then I'm actually not gonna lie, I've never tried ube. Like, it's actually like, it's so rare. I've never tried it before. I've had taro before, like the other purple thing, but I've actually never had ube before, which is something I've always wanted to try. And then there's also like, and then everybody kept being like, and I had someone that was like, have you ever tried Jollibees? Luckily, there's a Jollibees in Canada. But then they're like, yeah, but have you ever had the mango pie? And I was like, no. And they're like, oh my God, you had tried Jollibees but never the mango pie? And I'm like, okay, buddy. The peach mango pie was apparently a crime that I didn't try yet. But I'll try, since I do have a Jollibees in Canada, I will try the peach mango pie because that's like the most easily obtainable thing I could get. I think ube too, because like ube also seems very easy. I don't don't know about balut though. I don't know if I can get balut in Canada. But I think ube and peach mango pie is the most easy obtainable thing I can get like so far. But yeah, these are 3 things I would love to try out in the Philippines.
All right, thank you so much for that, Doki. If I'm going to be honest, I'm going to recommend ube more. But, you mentioned that there are a lot of perks of being a VTuber, which is why we wanted to ask, what is your most memorable experience of being a VTuber?
Oh man, there's so many, to be fair, because I've done a lot of stuff now. Like, I've done so many things, so it's so difficult to be like, what would be your most memorable thing? I think, recently I think it would be the Phantom Thief concert that I did with Mint, because I think you guys all know, like, it's literally a 3D concert, and that shit was so hard to prep for. And like, usually concerts would take like a year in development. We got that stuff done in like 2 to 3 months prepping for this. like it was like 2 to 3 months of prep for this concert. So it was like, that was hell. That was actually like dance practice. Like, we had a month of dance practices to get ready for the concert itself, like a month and a half of dance practices, which is not a lot. There were so many songs in there. It was like, a month and a half of dance practices, and we've only had like 2 rehearsals together of us dancing together. So like, it was basically all or nothing at the concert. So like, but it was such a great experience. Like I don't know if you guys know, in those 3D suits is so tiring because there's wires everywhere. So like, you can't slap each other. Like, if you slap on the back of somebody, it's so like difficult because like wires can get tangled and stuff. So it was, oh my God, it was such a wild experience because we have to like figure out where we are, because sometimes when we're touching somebody, our hands might not actually be touching each other. So then we're like, okay, I'm gonna bend my hand a little differently so it looks like we're touching each other, even though we're not. and then like, it was just such a wild experience. And then being in the stadium itself, when we were there, like being in the auditorium, like where the concert was held, was absolutely insane. Like, it was a beautiful event, and I would love to do more of these in the future. If anybody wants to like, help us host, like, obviously we didn't pay for the setting up the concert or anything. The sponsor or the organizers paid us to do the concert, so we would love to be able to do something like that again in the future, because it was definitely like such a great experience. Like, doing 3D stuff has been amazing, but that has to be one of my most memorable experiences as a VTuber. I think doing 3D is very memorable in general because it's just different from doing, being 2D, because I'm literally in my pajamas right now. It's 12 a.m. and I'm in my pajamas relaxing. I'm not sweating like crazy right now in 3D. Man, that has to be one of my most memorable experiences as a VTuber.
That's definitely amazing. Gosh. I heard that we have some questions from the audience for you, Dokibird. Would you like to answer them?
Yeah.
Can we ask our first audience member to come on stage to ask their question for Dokibird?
Of course, of course.
There you go. You can wave and say hi to
Hello.
Doki.
Oh no! Oh my God! Look, there he is. I can see him.
Can you ask Dokibird, what's your question?
Of course. Hello there, Doki. Hi. I'm sorry.
They're a little bit nervous.
I'm a little nervous. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. For my question, I'm Fane. I have a friend over in America. Her name is Alora. I'd like to ask you, since you've been an inspiration for both of us for quite some time at this point, and I'd like to ask if you had any tips or advice for us as upcoming VTubers.
Aspiring VTubers.
Oh, okay, that's a good question. Okay, so like actually, I remember someone asked me that at this meet and greet. But first thing is that you have to know this is content creation in general, but like in content creation, it's 90% luck in general to like your big break or etc. and stuff like that. So don't be discouraged if you're like, oh, why is this not working? Like, am I not working hard enough? No, it's just because you haven't had your lucky break yet. And technically, especially like basically like you don't become famous overnight unless you get into a big company. But you don't get famous overnight. If you're an indie or like if you're starting out, and it's usually like you have to know the algorithm really, really well. So like, if you guys don't know, like people today, we have very, very short attention spans today. Like I know you guys are all like looking at TikTok and YouTube shorts and stuff like that. And that's why I spam YouTube shorts and TikTok, because I know you guys don't have the attention span for long things anymore, because I don't either. I don't have ADHD, but I can spend like hours on YouTube shorts and TikTok. So like I would highly suggest, like, if you don't want to pay for editors, learn how to edit and make your own YouTube shorts and make your own TikToks and just keep posting those, and then like get the algorithm into it and like get into the algorithm and stuff like that. Use tags, networking is really good. Collaborate with people and stuff like that. It's always good to networking and make friends. You can't really, unless you're Queso, I guess. Queso somehow blew up by doing solo stuff all the time. But as a VTuber, it's really hard to like, VTubing, you have to connect to people. You can't be like you're in your own little space. You actually have to like talk to people, interact with people. And as an introvert, I know it's really hard, because it's really hard for me. Literally, like I'm really bad at talking to people, and I just message be like collab, and they'll be like collab, and they'll be like cool. There's like, I don't know, I'm really bad at small talk. I just be like, do you want to collab? And they'll be like, sure. And I'll be like, cool, okay. First step done. But yeah, that's really my advice. It's mostly like, know the algorithm, abuse shorts, network, talk to people, communicate, and that's really it mostly. And then just remember that it's mostly about luck in terms of like becoming quote unquote popular, and like it's also time too. Like you gotta invest a lot of time into it, and don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like diversify your like posting and stuff like that. Don't just be on Twitch. Maybe post videos on YouTube and then stream on Twitch, stuff like that. Post stuff on TikTok, post stuff on Instagram. Don't focus on everything on Twitter, and stuff like that. Just make sure to do as much as you can. But yeah, that's my advice. I'm also very tired.
It's so nice to meet you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Over there.
It's
Thank
a
you
lot
so
of
much.
work.
Be safe in going down the stage. All right.
Do we have our
another?
next audience question?
All right, please come here up the stage and you may ask your question. All right.
Yes, we have our lovely lady in red. Okay. We move slightly here.
Hello.
Hi, Doki. Oh my God. So,
Hey.
I'm a big fan of you. So it's like I'm really happy to see you. And my question for you is like, how are you these days? Like that's pretty simple since I didn't know what to say. But I just wanted to know how are you these days, really.
Very caring.
I almost swore. Sorry, I almost swore. I had to stop myself. I was like, "There's children here." I'm very sick. No, but like I'm a lot better now. If it was like 2 days ago, I would have been so messed up. But today, my throat doesn't hurt. It's just I sound like I'm I've been chain smoking for 10 years, but I don't smoke, by the way, guys. I just sound like that. But like, it doesn't hurt. It's just, you could tell like it's fighting for its life right now. My voice is fighting for its life. But other than that, I am tired because, like, okay, so for those who don't know, my immune system, ever since COVID, my immune system is like, you're not supposed to be alive. Because, like, no, it's like, basically, when you're a bubble, I talked about this on stream. Look, I'm not dying, guys. I'm not dying. I'm okay. But it's more so like, when you've been stuck inside since COVID, your immune system gets weaker because you're like not exposed to like outside bacteria. So your immune system is like, whoa, let's party. We don't care about threats anymore, so we can chill and relax. And then because I've been stuck inside for like 2+ years, and then everybody was like, it's okay, guys, you can go outside now. I still didn't go outside because, like, at that time, my parents lived with me. I didn't live with my parents lived with me. So they're like, we'll take care of you. So you can focus on work and you don't have to go outside if you have to. So I'll be like, yay! So my immune system got even weaker because they're like, you have no bacteria anymore. No more threats to your life. And then now I live by myself. So, like, for almost more than half a year, I had to go outside. And like, my body is like, what is all these things outside? Like, we haven't seen these for years. So I've been sick for like, I have been like perpetually sick, not on and off for like more than half a year. And a lot of Dragoons know this because, like, if you click on random VODs, you could hear sometimes I would be like randomly coughing, or like my throat sounds just like this. But then like 2 weeks later, I'd be okay. And then a month later, I'm back to like that. So it's like, I'm like perpetually on and off of sickness right now. I'm hoping this is the last time. I'm hoping that my immune system has finally learned what it means to, like, you know, protect myself is like. So like, I hope this is the last time I get sick, but I know it's not. I'm just coping right now. I'm just heavily coping, but yeah, like, I've been sick and I felt better, and then, you know, I've been sick and then I went to Japan and I came back from Japan and then I got sick and then I got better, and then I got sick again last week, and then here I am. But mentally, I'm okay. Physically, I might not be, but like, mentally, I'm all right.
I love you. Thank you for everything.
Yes, everyone here at Otakufest is wishing you well, right, guys?
Thank you, guys. I really need it. Also, like, don't try to go to doctors in Canada. It's hopeless. You can't get a doctor in Canada too.
Oh no. Thank you very much. And I think we have time for one last audience question.
All right, next
Hello.
question.
Hello, my neighbor Totoro. Sporting our
Hello.
Otakufest shirt.
Oh my God,
Here,
it's
let's
cute.
move close. Let's move to the center so that Doki can see you.
Hey.
Really, I'm very.
Thank you.
I admire your game sense and all your videos. So I was just asking, as a new to Marvel Rivals, how do you survive 5 seconds in the game as just the support in the team?
Oh. Could you repeat that? It cut off. The internet buffered a little there.
As new to Marvel Rivals, I wanted to know, how do you survive 5 seconds in the game as just a support in the team?
Oh, okay. That's
question.
crazy because sometimes you don't. Okay, so like, it depends on what rank you are. So like, for those who don't know, I'm one above all in Marvel Rivals. For those who are like, what the heck is one above all? That's top 500 in Marvel Rivals, and I've been top 500 since season 0 to now, because I'm still top 500 now. And so like, I played support and I main Luna, I main meta. I'm like a meta slave. So like, I main Luna, Cloak. I can play Adam. I can play Loki if I have to. I can play Miss Fantastic if I have to. But like, my most comfortable pick is obviously Luna's my most comfortable pick. Like, she's my specialty. But I can play other supports at that level too. I just like playing Luna the most. But it really depends on what support you're playing, and like what the meta is now. I haven't played this season yet because like, you know, everybody's still experimenting on what the meta is this season because there's so many things that got nerfed. But like, honestly, always like, what I notice in lower elo is that support players don't trust the other support player. I noticed that a lot. So like, you have to actually, if you really, really want to climb as a support player, because if you guys didn't know, being a support player is one of the hardest class to climb as, because you're only as good as your team. And if your team is shit, like, you die, okay? Like, so, unless you play Adam and Mantis are the only two characters I know where you can solo carry because you're basically a DPS character. But you have to actually talk to your team, because if you don't, then like, you know, you can't, if you get dived, like, you have to tell your team, I'm getting, you know, beat up by Iron Fist or something. So you have to actually call for help and stuff. You have to actually use voice chat and stuff, and then you have to talk to your other support, because the only way to survive flankers is if you and your support work together as a team. You don't run away from your other support. You actually have to actually work together. I know it's very hard to do because you think the other support is bad, but you have to work together to like kill flankers together, because that's the whole point, to beat a flanker. And then you have to also be like, I ult first, to yell at your other support and be like, don't ult first, I ult first, because double support ult together is like the worst thing you can ever do in the game, because I got yelled at for that. I got yelled at by one person, and he's hated me ever since I double support ulted with him like 1 month ago, and he still hates me. Like, so never double support ult. Every time he sees me, he's like, oh my god, Dokibird, you freaking suck. And I'm like, what? Because of that one time I double support ulted. But yes, that too. And then I guess like, there's so many things you have to do, and if you're like playing an aim character, you have to like, obviously you have to know how to aim. But if you're playing somebody like, you know, Cloak and Dagger, it's more about knowing what abilities you have, and then screaming at your Magneto to bubble you when you ult, because like, if you don't, then the enemy Magneto is gonna be like, fear, and then you're like, oh, I'm dead. But yeah, that's basically all my tips regarding support play. I mean, I could give you guys more, but like, I can actually talk about Marvel Rivals for like 2 hours, so I don't want to do that because we have 30 minutes left of the battle. But you want to know my honest advice on how to climb as a support player: duo with a DPS player. Then like, at least you have someone you can rely on. But that's like the easiest way to climb, duo with somebody, because if you solo queue as a support player, you don't love yourself and you just want to suffer.
Okay, thank you so much, Doki. Please come back to PH.
Of course, thank you.
All right, thank you so much for those wonderful questions. Unfortunately, those are the only questions we're able to entertain. But however, Dokibird over here was very much happy to answer to all those questions, right, ladies and gentlemen? Let's give her a big round of applause.
Woo! That's me. Round of applause to me.
So before you leave, Dokibird, if it's all right with you, we have a tiny request.
Can you say,
yeah, of course,
Gihigugma kita Cebu? That means I love you, Cebu, in Cebuano.
Okay, I'm gonna butcher this so badly because I'm very bad with languages.
I can say it one more time for you.
Can you say it again?
Gihigugma kita Cebu.
Okay, Gihugukma tika Cebu. Did I do it? Oh yeah, I did it! Let's go! I'm so smart. I knew I could do it.
You actually said it perfectly, Doki.
Yes! And does our Otakufest audience want to say I love you back to Dokibird?
Oh, thank you, everybody! Thank you! Woo! Buy my merch!
So much love for you, Dokibird. Do you have one last thing you'd like to say to our audience before you take your leave?
Oh my god, thank you again for inviting me. Oh my gosh, that time passed by so fast. I thought I had longer. I would have talked even a lot more. But like, thank you guys. It's been a great time being here in Otakufest. I always appreciate being invited to these conventions, meeting all of you guys. It's always such a pleasure. I don't care what time it is on my end. I always want to talk to you, my Dragoons from around the world. And of course, buy my merch. Oh, and subscribe to me too. I guess that's also important.
Once again, Dokibird's stall is near the entrance of the Mountain Way if you'd like to check out her merchandise.
So for those who are a big fan of Dokibird as well, we'd like to ask you guys to please go to the Dokibird tribute area. It's actually right near the artist alley for a fan meet, just to provide a welcome to Dokibird. Everyone is welcome for Dokibird tribute area near the artist alley for a really, really short and quick fan meet. Once again, thank you so much, Dokibird, for giving us the time, learning more about you. We hope once again you feel much better. But in the meantime, good luck, be safe, and once again, Cebu loves you.
Oh, thank you, everybody! I love you guys too! Thank you! All right, everyone. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye!
Canadian internet is too strong. Jump shot? Jump shot?